Good afternoon, folks. It's Harrison with Good afternoon, folks. It's Harrison with Mainely Acres Farms, and today I wanted to do a real quick video for you guys talking about different types of thread stands or spool holders, whatever you guys want to call them. So that's what's going to be on today's topic for our questions and answers video series. I do want to apologize about the background noise. I have one of our larger fans running because we have the wood stove going, so I do apologize about that. But I'll try to speak a little bit louder so that way you guys can hear and understand me. So I'm going to go ahead and stand straight back up. That's Killer on my back. And let's get right on into the video. So a lot of people in my comments below ask me all sorts of questions in regards to what thread stands or spool holders I use, which one would I recommend for them. And then I also get a whole lot of comments of people having tensioning issues using the simple threaded rod that came with the machine to hold their spools. Now, the reason why I recommend buying a aftermarket thread stand is because if you use the simple little threaded rod that comes with the machine, it adds a whole lot of extra tension to your top thread, and sometimes people aren't able to get the bobbin tight enough to match that, and they're not able to properly sew with their machines. And the reason that is because when you're sewing with larger spools like this on here, you'll notice that the spool kind of sits back and to either one side of the machine or the other. And when you're pulling your thread off of here, like your machine calling for more thread, there's quite a bit of tension already on this thread here, and that's kind of setting you up for failure because you want to be able to adjust all the tension here on your machine and not worry about it over here on the spool holder. Now, if you are using small spools of thread like this little spool here or something like this one here, this threaded rod is perfect for these little applications. But when you move up in size to, you know, these types here, or even something as big as this, you're going to run into tensioning problems just using the threaded rod. But there's a very simple, easy fix for that, which is make your own out of the materials that you already have. Well, you might have to buy a couple little small things, but pretty much you already have what you're going to need. This idea was actually brought to me by a subscriber of ours that left it down in the comments below. And it's a real easy, simple fix here. I believe the subscriber's name was Cody, but I'm not 100% on that. But I do thank you guys for leaving comments down below because it really helps me out with troubleshooting these machines and helping other people get their machines up and running. So the simple fix is a simple pickle jar with a hole drill in the middle, and then a washer and a nut, maybe a couple nuts. And so what you're going to do is put the jar on there like so, and then put your washers and nuts down here to hold that into place. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow a nice level, even surface for your spool to sit on, so when you call for more thread, it just spins off real nice. Now, there is still some added tension from the weight of this spool spinning around as you pull. So if you were to create a way to allow this bottom piece to rotate, maybe, that might even lessen the tension for you. But I'm not a huge fan of the spool holders that actually go onto the machines. Even the one that I made here, where I used like a piece of plexiglass and a wooden dowel rod on. I typically sew with a thread stand like this one here. The reason why I love these thread stands so much is because when you go to pull on the thread here, it pulls it off of the top of the spool. So there is literally zero tension when calling for some more thread. So this is definitely a setup that I would recommend for you guys, either to make for yourself like I did here, or go out and buy one, because that's really going to help you guys get set up. The only people I would recommend to buying a aftermarket thread stand that goes onto the machine are making one would be if you were to out traveling with your machine all the time. So that way you could just kind of screw it in and you could never forget about it and leave it at home like you might be able to do with this one here if you were using something similar to that. So hopefully that's answered your questions. I just wanted to make this a real short, sweet, simple video so you guys can either make one using the materials you have, either this style here or this style here, and kind of give you guys an idea of why it's hard to sew with just a simple threaded rod that comes on these machines. Alrighty folks, so you know what time it is. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already, and spend time with that family. See you guys soon.